Hey everybody, how's it going? Your old pal Jim Bennett here. We are going to talk the summer seller update. There's some information here that everybody needs to be aware of if you're selling on eBay. I'm just going to wait a few minutes for folks to get in. Jason already says the show sucks. Hey, thanks for being awake this morning and coherent. I appreciate you being alive. This is going to be a screen share video, so pick Van Dyke, thumbs down. Yeah, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. Beth is here. Hey, Beth. So we're going to get rolling here in a minute. I do have something to do at 10:30, so it's not going to be a long, drawn-out thing. I don't know that I'll go over everything, but it's all here for you to read. Just go into your Seller Hub, scroll to the bottom, summer update. You'll see it to the left-hand side, all the way on the bottom. So, all right, you know, maybe we'll have time to get through it. So we're just gonna tackle these blocks one by one, and yeah, away we go. Oh. If I start glitching or anything like that, kindly let me know. And I can try to fix that on my end if my voice glitches out or the screen or anything like that. I'm on the world's shittiest computer that I picked up at an estate sale. So yeah, just let me know. Pick Van Dyke real quick. Asked if I can start a resellers brunch club. No, sorry. I can't be on here every day. You know, it does take up quite a bit of time to do a daily show, and so respectfully, no. But I will try to be on here more often. Beth asked, "Do we have to do it kindly?" You could say, "Hey, fucker, your screen's glitching." That's fine with me. But all right, let's get into this so I can go catch my kids' thing at the school. Inventory optimization, part of the seller update. This is really information that, you know, it's good to know, but it's not really earth-shattering stuff. They're changing the way they classify items for a more intuitive buying, selling, and search experience, as you can see right here. But it's basically to help buyers, so they say, to help buyers find the products that they're looking for. And there's an infographic if you want to look at it. I'm not going to go through everything, like I said. So yeah, there's really nothing going on here. It's just they're expanding the catalog for what this new format that they're going to, which is more Amazonable, or Amazon-like, I should say. So they're just expanding that to these categories down here. That's it. Just make sure your listings comply so you don't get lost. Let's go into, let's do selling metrics and shipping. Hey, Drift Daddy, what's going on? So service metrics and competitive insights. Announced, blah, blah, blah. They're going to provide us with additional visibility into the status of your buyers after sale requests. So if your item is not as described, not received, late shipping, all that stuff, they're going to compare to peer benchmarks. So take that for what it is. You know, basically, they're going to put you on a grid and compare yourself to your peers in this in the category here. So it's just more information. Nothing really exciting here either. Did I say cervix? Did I say cervix? I might have. So let's go into, so those two, okay. Yeah, changes are coming. Things are going to be slightly different when you look products up, when your buyers look products up. So, and then selling metrics, okay, they want you to know where you are. That's fine. These two are the big ones. Let's do simplified returns first because this is the big one. Simplified returns basically means automated returns, which basically means you're no longer going to have the ability to work with a buyer to get them to keep the item, is the way that I'm reading it. So basically the buyer requests a return. The way it was they'd have to wait 3 days for the label. And in that 3 days, you can message them and say, hey, what's going on? Was it not to your liking? Can we work something out so that you don't have to ship it back? Now they get an immediate label, and it's not just buyer remorse. It's immediate label for, from what I'm seeing, anything. And so they're going to get that immediately. They still have to print and ship within 5 days. We'll receive the item, and then we now have to process the refund within 2 business days instead of, I think it was 5. So, and then if you don't provide the refund within 2 business days, they get an automatic refund, but you won't get an account ding for that. So you're not going to get penalized for not providing the refund within two days. eBay is going to take care of that. That whole part of the metric is going away, at least for returns. So the cases closed without resolution on return stuff is going away. So, but yeah, that's a bit of a kick in the balls, because there's a lot of times where I'll send something out and the buyer's like, hey, it arrived, and this DVD player, there was a part that came loose during shipping. Oh, okay, well, how much is it going to cost you to fix it? Well, $20. Okay, so I'll partially refund $20. That doesn't really, that is not going to happen from what I'm seeing going forward. So, and it says right here, you'll have 2 business days to review a returned item and issue a refund. If no action is taken, eBay may automatically issue a refund on your behalf 2 business days after the tracking number shows a confirmed delivery status. At that time, we will close the return for you with no impacts to your seller performance. Right there. So, okay, that's, some people think that'll be a good thing. Some people will, scream bloody murder. It is what it is at this point. Nothing you can do to change it. So just comply, asshole. And then they're changing their policy terms. No returns is the same. No more 14-day returns except for some categories, which we'll get into. 30-day return plus restocking fee and 30-day returns will now be 30-day returns. So there is no more restocking fees. Then if you did free returns, they're just going to now be free 30-day returns, then 60. And then the categories that will continue to have a 14-day return option are collectibles and art, cameras and photo, medical, mobility, and disability equipment. So those 3 categories will continue to have 14-day returns if you want to utilize that. I'm on 30-day returns. I'm not doing free returns yet, but now you might as well. I mean, it's the only label you'll end up paying for is buyer's remorse. And for the stuff that I sell, the only buyer's remorse items that I get are clothing related. So, yeah. Jason's asking for the topic again. It's right there. Just look on the screen. It'll tell you what the topic is. Anyway, so let's... Cervical dilation. Yep, that's it. Giraffes. Okay. eBay stores. We're gonna spend some time here. Um, okay, so uh, um, they're changing management features, subscriber benefits and discounts, which that doesn't really matter. The second bullet point is big. List an item for 14 calendar days with no changes before you create a markdown sale event with promotions manager. So as of June 25th, I think is the date. Yep, June 25th, you'll no longer be able to put an item on sale right when you list it or shortly after you list it. You have to wait 14 calendar days before you can create a sale. And this whole new feature stuff and discounts, and it's really, this is not the big deal stuff. They put it right up front. They spread it all out just because a sale. All right. Because they want you to, I guess, feel warm and fuzzy before they kick you in the nuts. But yeah, that's, I mean, okay, they're changing around the reports a little bit in the marketing tab. They're giving you some free services here, which is co-branded promotional material for your physical storefront. So if you have a store, you can print out flyers, payroll and HR through Gusto, free for 3 months, and discounts on bench accounting if you use that for your bookkeeping. These store features are, and I don't know if you could tell, but I really, I'm just trying to get through this stuff to get to the next thing. Features will be removed because the functionality is either outdated or included in the new store's management experience. That's recommendations, HTML builder, search engine keywords, promotional flyer, seller top picks, RSS feeds, and promote similar items, which I don't know that I've ever used any of that. Pick Van Dyke says that's eBay's version of the reach around. It really is. Yeah. Okay, so and then they leave this markdown sale event requirement just in this little tiny box, but it's really the biggest thing about this whole seller update. Starting June 25th, you must list your item 14 calendar days at the same price before you can create a markdown sale event with Promotions Manager. So you can't run a sale until your item is 14 days old. I list my items either 5 or 7 days. I've recommended a maximum of 10 days. Now, if you list an item and you relist it, that starts that 14-day clock over. So even if you list your item for 30 days, you can only put your item on sale 16 of those 30 days. And then once you relist that item, that 14-day clock starts again. If you list good till canceled, which is probably what we're going to shift to, your item is perpetually listed, even though it does reset the clock every 30 days. The historical information carries over that 30-day mark, which is what eBay's trying to get from you, the seller. They want that historical data because the way that they're doing the new search, which we went over briefly before, and that was announced last seller update, they need the historical data for their algorithm to rank those items. Kind of the way Amazon does it. Actually, exactly the way Amazon does it. So 5 and 7 day listings are now going to be horrific for you if you use Sale Event and Markdown Manager as a main part of your pricing strategy. And for me anyway, I don't, you run your business how you want, but I'm not going to be doing, oh, well, we'll mark it up 20% to put it on 25% sale. Because I want my landed price to be competitive with the average sales price or what items are typically selling for after my sale. Now I've got to match those prices out of the gate when I list the item. And sorry, I'm just reading a question, so I'll get to that in a second, Pick Van Dyke. I've got to be competitive out of the gate and then drop my price, which means my sales are going to go from 20% or 25% down to like 10, because there's no need for me to do such a big sale. We're going to try that, and obviously I'll report back to you guys. You'll see how it's working for me as we get beyond the 25th. So, but yes, yeah, so if you list with a finite end date, 3, 5, 7 days, you'll never be able to run a sale. 30 days, you'll be able to run a sale for part of the month, but then at the start of the new listing, you'll have to wait another 14 days. Good till canceled, you can run a sale. And I'm not sure how that's going to work on June 25th. Are they going to start everybody off at day one, or are they going to roll? If you're good to cancel, then you'll just roll through and you'll be able to put your stuff on sale. After June 1st, I'm going to change everything to good to canceled and just roll with that for a month. So, yeah. Pick Van Dyke asks, are you going to stay at Anchor? I signed up for Anchor for a year. So I have to look at what the cancellation is for Anchor Store, because now I've got 1,200 listings. And if I'm forced to do good to cancel to keep my sales going, then I don't know. I mean, it's much cheaper for me to drop back down, because even with my overage listing fees, which is I think 15 or 20 cents a listing on the new Premier pricing structure, I have to go back and look at all that pricing and see how that's going to work. But yeah, and how much it's going to cost me to cancel the Anchor Store. But yeah, I might just drop back, because if everything's going at least 30 days before you can even run a sale, yeah, I could possibly raise holy hell with eBay about the changes, and they could let me out of the commitment. That's true. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to call them. Yeah, Jason, I'm thinking I might have to kill that, but we'll see what the early termination fees are. I think it's 2 months. So, Felicia, setting up another new laptop, and I can't watch the live video. Sorry. Jennifer Santiago. So this is going to stop everybody with all the sell similar stuff all the time. Yes. All right, Felicia, we'll catch you on the replay, and you're in the group. So yeah, comment there. Yes. So if you do sell similar every 7 days and you run sales, you'll no longer be able to run a sale after June 25th. And to view that, just so I'm not talking out of my ass, we're going to go to the FAQs, which I'm going to call, for in this case, the FAQs, because that's what they're doing. And let's look at here. After my listing expires, will I have to wait 14 days to mark it down again if I relist? Yes. Yes, you will be required to list your item for 14 days before you can mark it down again. So there's that. And then if an item has automation rules that relist after 30 days, do I have to wait another 14 days before I can mark my price down again? So yes, a new item ID will be assigned to your item, and you will need to relist to wait 14 days before you can mark it down. If you create a good till canceled listing, the item ID will not change. Therefore, there will be no waiting period. So it doesn't explicitly say um, anything about sell similar, but I believe that in this case, sell similar and relists will be treated the same. Um, so there's that. So basically, everything. I had been part of conversation for the last year and a half with, Eric and Jason, Dusty, and we had been figuring out the system and what works the best, and we really developed a kind of system that works well for us, and we talked about it at length, and now all that is going out the window. So everything you thought you knew about Cassini, the search engine, just throw it out because none of that matters now. Um, I don't know if they're going to do the newly item listed bump, the going gone bump. Jason, you do remember? Shut up. Um, I don't know what's going to happen with those. If you know, I just don't know. This is big though. This is really big. The world is not ending. The sky's not falling. Everybody has to comply, so we just all have to play by a different set of rules now, and it is what it is. So, but this was interesting. If I change my shipping price, would the 14-day waiting period be affected? Only if you use free shipping. So if you do change your shipping, you were charging shipping, and then you go to free shipping, that's going to reset the clock. Sometimes I do that. Like right now, I've got a shipping surcharge to the West Coast. If my sales run stagnant for a little while, I'll take that shipping surcharge off to do free shipping to the West Coast, and that'll kind of get sales going again for me. So if I do that now, I won't be able to put stuff on sale. Jennifer Santiago asks, so the only way to keep consistency on your account is to list new items, not items you just relist. The only way to keep consistency on your account after June 25th is going to be good till canceled. So that you're not relisting your items; they're just perpetually going to be on eBay until it sells. And then anything new you add to eBay, you'll have to wait 14 days on those items to put them on a sale. And then, yeah, that's kind of it. So if you price high, because you know that you're going to put it on sale, then you're going to be outpriced. You're going to be above your competition for the first 2 weeks. So if you're going to maintain that model, expect 90%, I would say, of your stuff to be kind of out there. And then Thrift Daddy did say earlier that's why he uses Best Offer. I use Best Offer and I run sales. So that's because I'm buying stuff so cheap. I could sell a $2 item for $20 and still make my money. It might be worth 50, and I might price it at 50, put it on a 20% off sale. Now it's down to like 37.50, and a $20 sale if I need it is there. So eBay seems to be trying to eliminate fake sales, which is likely in response to some kind of legal pressure. Otherwise, why would they encourage longer listing times, less insertion fees? I don't know if it's legal pressure. I think they're trying to get sellers to go to new till to good till canceled because they want that data. So I don't know if it's legal pressure, but it certainly seems like the way search is set up and or going to be set up in the future, they don't have the data they need to properly rank items on their search page. So they want the historical data to be able to do that. And instead of figuring out a way with 5, 7-day, 3-day, 30-day listings, they're going to just force everybody to do good till canceled because it's already set up that way. So I think that's why, and Jason seems to agree that he thinks he read it somewhere. So yeah, so that's the big thing. If you run a sale, expect to wait 14 days to put it on sale. If you run with shorter listings, you're not going to be able to run a sale. So I'm going to have to sit down and look at my stuff and business model and kind of decide how I'm going to change, because I'm going to change. Right now, it's looking like good till canceled, competitive pricing right out of the gate, and just running smaller 10% off, maybe 15% off sales. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I don't foresee myself staying with 5 to 7-day listings because the bump you get from a 24-hour sale, in my opinion, exceeds the bump you get from newly listed or going, gone. If those two are even going to be a factor in the algorithm going forward. Dead pitching pesos. Oh, you mean the way I have been doing it all along when people told me good to cancel was wrong? Yeah, basically. Yeah, basically, if you were told you were wrong for doing good till canceled, that's under the old method, in my opinion. But yeah, so now they're really twisting your arm to go with that new option, and they figured holding the ability to run a sale hostage is the way to do it. So, kicking the balls. So, Jennifer Santiago, that's the way I do it now, Jim. On at least one of my accounts, good till canceled, 10 to 15% off sales. They do better than my other stores where I was trying to get 30 days or shorter in big sales. Yeah. Good to canceled will show up in Google search better. I want those buyers, not just eBay organic. Well, that's true too. That historical data does help all search engines, Yahoo, Google, Bing, if that's even still around, Ask Jeeves, if that's still around, Netscape, CompuServe, they all had search engines. Yeah, now we're talking about good till canceled and how it hasn't really affected. Pick Van Dyke, not to be positive because I am a curmudgeon, but this creates a great opportunity for those sellers who can adapt quickly because most won't and will lose sales. Yeah, I think you're right. Um, a lot of sellers will try to maintain those short listing times. Um, I'm an early adopter with everything, so I would. I'm going to change. It's going to be something, and I have to look at my anchor store costs and what it costs to drop back down. Um, because I went to an anchor store because I did 5-day listings, or I was at 7-day. Now I went to 5-day. Now, if I have to go to good till canceled and everything's going to be, um, 30-day listings, I'm going to be charged once per 30 days. I'm nowhere near the volume to require an anchor store. So, um, I believe the termination fee is 2 months. Um, and I have to go and look at that now. But I'm going to wait till June 1st because I want my free boxes and shit. So, um, Jennifer's asking, are you going to or are you doing the free returns? Right now, I'm not doing free returns. I'm going to set that up today to do free returns across the board, because the only buyer's remorse returns I get are on clothing, and if I have to pay $3 to get a shirt back, or 4 or 5, worst case scenario is padded flat rate for $6.90. So Anchor Store gets $150 in shipping supplies. So I think the Premier Store gets 50. So I'm going to wait till after June 1st, get my shipping supplies from my Anchor Store, and hopefully when I drop down, it'll regenerate a coupon, so I'll get that extra. We'll see. I see free shipping supplies gone by fall update. I don't know that they'll be gone, but they've already definitely cut down the selection. They're only giving you free what it is not too expensive to ship. So your box sizes are a lot smaller. Yeah, pain in the balls, but May is the month you can drop down stores and not pay the termination fee. Really? I'll have to look into that today then, because that would far outweigh boxes. Okay. Deb says yes, so we're going with that. Griff Daddy moved to all free returns. His return rate is 1.18. And what he sells doesn't really get returned very often. The majority of what he sells. Since the stores updated the pricing, they were waiving fees to change. Ah. She's going to find the exact info. But all right, guys, I've got to run. I've got a school thing at 10:30, and we got to go get some donuts from my neighbor's donut shop. So that's it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all that happy horse shit. We'll catch you next time. Bye.